This is Bambu Lab's new dual nozzle printer, the X2D. Last time I shared how its dual nozzle system works. This is because the two nozzles have different capabilities. So, when choosing accessories, you need to consider the actual application scenarios before combining them. This video will share some combinations that made with these official accessories. Which one suits you? So if you only want to use it to print some product prototypes, one spool of filament for the model and another spool for the support, this X2D can achieve dual material printing without AMS. Just buy an extra accessory for the external material tray. The machine has 2 rear slots and 1 built-in, which is enough. You can also check make or world. Depending on your placement, download a suitable drive bracket or purchase this third-party enclosure, or for product model printing, most require assembly, at which point you can purchase the Vision encoder from the H series. From the calibration effect diagram, you can see its function is to maintain the precision of the print head and the printing plate at every position, because after prolonged use or extensive movement, the tension of various components and belts within the printer's 3-dimensional space can undergo subtle changes, leading to minor precision issues. Especially for large models, assembly problems might occur. Using the Vision encoder for calibration will restore the factory precision level after completion. Therefore, the usage frequency of this coding board is not high. You can consider buying it together with others to share the cost. I highly recommend the AMS2 Pro with an AMS HT beyond basic printing, because at this stage, models that exceed 4 colors are rare. For example, this parrot model that can change color with the light, when I print it, 1 AMS is enough. This combination not only satisfies most multicolor model printing needs, but also allows for printing support material. Furthermore, the drying temperature supported by the HT is higher than the AMS2 Pro, allows you to dry engineering filaments for TPU. Compared to 2 AMS2 Pros, the HT has a lower initial purchase cost and lower energy consumption. Some also do not require an additional power supply, which can be said to be a cost-effective choice. Additionally, this combination and more than 2 AMS systems must purchase this filament track switch. As the X2D has 2 hot ends, 1 near range and 1 remote Bowden, they use different filaments. The auxiliary nozzle is also slightly worse than the main one for quality and speed, so the main nozzle should do the model's body. If you don't want to walk to the machine, this track switch allows your AMS system to not independently match a nozzle, but to call any nozzle as needed. For instance, if my AMS2 Pro connects to the main nozzle, AMS HT to the auxiliary. Without a filament switch track, when I want to use the auxiliary nozzle to print this spool of filament, I have to take it out and put it in the HT. With the switch, I can select in the software to use the auxiliary nozzle for this spool. This is essential for Bambu Lab multi-nozzle system, especially the X2D. Also, one more point to note, the filament switch not support the external filament feeder because after feeding the filament, you need to manually push it. Both of these combinations are fully automated. That's why I recommend combining these two rather than the AMS2 Pro with an external filament feeder. Beyond dual support and multicolor printing, dual printing is unlockable. For example, print a model with TPU and other materials, but the X2D's main nozzle is the only one that prints TPU. Auxiliary nozzle material restrictions apply. Use recommended consumables. Printing is slower with the auxiliary nozzle. For frequent mixed TPU prints, consider the H series. However, if you occasionally combine TPU and PLA for printing, or if PLA is utilized to provide support for the TPU, it can also fulfill your printing requirements and matching the TPU dual module and this AMS HT. Why is this AMS HT still recommended when it can mix 85A ultra soft TPU and PLA? When printing TPU, it's best to dry and print together. The drying temp is 75 degrees. HT lets you put TPU in alone for high temp simultaneous dry and print, greatly reducing the chances of stringing or printing failures. So purely in terms of the machine, for these 2 SKUs, the X2D with AMS HT is the set I highly recommend. On top of this, you can add another AMC. The HT and track module unlock X2D's full potential. The visual backplate isn't essential for casual users. Buy it later if needed. The TPU module, however, you just need to buy it. You can visit www.call-3d.com. Also, I wanted to share something I've been researching lately, an open source machine hand from overseas. While searching for documents to print, I noticed a distinct bamboo slicing file within the 3D printing document download section on their official website. So, The official 3D printers they use are also from Bambu. When I download and print, I don't need to worry about parameters like supports or layer height. Their team has already verified these printing parameters. I directly select this material saving mode in the slicing software, and it will automatically adjust the support material, support spacing, and other information based on my material consumption, all automatically. Nothing was changed, it printed directly. This hardware part and the model were assembled successfully in one go. I have to say, Bambu is GOAT. Okay, regarding this X2D, I am still using it. Are there any other things? So please leave your comments below. Right now, I have an X1CC and a P2S. In the future, I plan to buy another H2C. When that happens, I'll make a video for a detailed side-by-side comparison and share my thoughts with you all. Interested in the fun models printed recently? Click here to follow Call 3D. See you next time. Bye.